So, last time we was on here, we talked about the Philadelphia Eagles and 49ers game. Did not go to plan. We all know that the 49ers grilled it out. I really had hope after the two Quinyon Mitchell interceptions that this game was going to go in the Philadelphia Eagles' favor. I was really hoping the Eagles were going to win this game. I was down to the wire. Even 4th and 11, I was like, they're going to get the first down. They're going to get it. I still have hope in this team. Because, I'm a glad for punishment. And, seeing Hurts in that overtime game against Buffalo a couple years ago, I just thought, 2023, Buffalo, at home, Hurts, he takes it in the end zone in overtime and wins the game. I thought, same thing. Hurts will just take over. Hurts will run the ball. Everything will be fine. No, it's not fine. Kevin Patullo turns out to waste two interceptions by Quinyon Mitchell. Waste the opportunity to go to the NFC divisional round against the freaking Bears. And let me tell you this, the Bears are probably not going to... I would like to see them win because I don't like the Rams. But the Rams are probably going to put BTA to them. No cap. This is ridiculous. You had a shot to be taken on the Bears and get your redemption arc to go back to the NFC Championship game, and you couldn't because the OC is so incompetent enough that he can't even coach the... He can't even call plays right. Patullo is so incompetent. He got fired. I'm happy. Good riddance, Kevin Patullo. But my big issue is with Nick Sirianni. Because everybody refuses to admit that Nick meddles with the offense. He is definitely messing with stuff. Sure, he's a good coach for keeping the culture good. He's a good culture guy. Sure, congratulations. But culture doesn't get you so far. The culture can only set you so far. At some point, the players are going to start turning on Nick when they keep doing this turnaround. And eventually, Vic Fangio ain't going to be here. And then what? You're going to promote Christian Parker? Do you really think that, that another guy can come in here and coach the defense as well as Vic Fangio? Nah. You probably get something good, but you ain't going to get as good as you are now. So, it's like, you were wasting Vic Fangio's time. You were wasting the fans' time. You were wasting everybody's time. And I'm just frustrated knowing that this team was in a good situation to go back-to-back Super Bowls. Back-to-back Super Bowls, and the Philadelphia Eagles lose to the San Francisco 49ers on 4th and 11 in the wild card round at the Niners 21, by the way, who Jalen Hurts did not just get down. Everybody wants to say Patullo got down there. Hurts willed them down there. Hurts was about to win the game. Hurts was about to carry this team to the next round. The Philadelphia Eagles were just held back by coaching. I wish we would have just dug in the bag a little bit. Went back and looked at the Kellen Moore tapes, the Shane Steichen tapes, but we didn't. And that is what it is. It sucks. It broke my heart. I had my Monster Energy I had on Sunday, man. I literally, after the first, the first or second Quinyon interception. I chugged the rest of my Monster and just smashed it on my head. I was that pumped. All for nothing. For a loss. For a loss. Nick Sirianni gave me a loss. But I'm thankful that he got me a Super Bowl last season. I'm thankful that we're in the playoffs every year. Even though it feels like the same thing over and over again, like the Andy Reid cycle back before I was even old enough to watch. At least this team's good. At least we're better than the Giants. At least we're better than the Cowboys. At least we're better than the Redskins. Redskins are going back to being irrelevant. Giants just hired John Harbaugh. They're still working out the money and whatever. They still stink. I'm thankful for. The Cowboys still stink. At least I have that to look forward to. But man, our division still sucks. We're still the best team in the NFC, right? I don't know. It was supposed to be. We didn't play like it. We didn't play like it this season. Instead of embracing the champion arc, instead of embracing the defending champions, they went out there and just said, "We're the Philadelphia Eagles." Instead of embracing that we are the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions like they should have, they acted all year long as we're just the Philadelphia Eagles. We're just the Philadelphia Eagles. They didn't even prepare for each week properly. Each week it looked like they were just getting carried by the talent. It kind of reminded me of 2023. And that's why Patullo got fired. He was basically Brian Johnson, but Brian Johnson had a better passing game. Because Brian Johnson understood, hey, if I run a few slant routes, if I run XYZ, I'm going to get these guys open. Brian Johnson wasn't a complete failure. Brian Johnson actually understood what needed to be done. Kevin Patullo, man, this guy stinks. Stinks. 4 verticals on the same play. The same, all in a row on the same drive. You call 4 plays to end your season. And people are going to say Jalen Hurts lost it again. What was he? I guarantee you Jalen Hurts was done with this season. He was done with this coordinator. He was done with it all. Jalen Hurts is a winner, and I just feel like he saw what he read it perfectly. He saw Goddard was in triple cover, and he probably said, "Man, screw this. I'm done with this season, bro. I'm done." Nobody's open. And he didn't want to force the ball on anybody. Nobody was really getting open. It was all of them were being covered very well. Hurts just said, the way he threw it, it looked like he said, "Well, everybody's covered. I'm gonna just take the shot. It is what it is. Whatever happens is whatever happens." Very, very disappointing season. Very, very frustrating season. Philadelphia Eagles are no longer in a competition to go back-to-back as the 49ers outcoach Nick Sirianni and Kevin Patullo and make them look like they are absolutely little children that should not be coaching this football team. Hopefully they fire Nick Sirianni after next season if they don't win a bowl. I just don't know how I can forgive Sirianni for this, because this is another great opportunity you had of going back to a Super Bowl, and you wasted it. You did the same thing in 23. You could have went back to the Super Bowl and won it then. Come on, Nick. Gotta be better, bro. Just hoping that Howie can pull a 2022 Eagles, 2024 out of him. And we just go back to the bowl. We get like an elite player. We go back to the Super Bowl. We win the Super Bowl again. I'm not worried about Howie. I'm more so worried about this coaching staff. And as we all know, Clint Hurt will be the Olympic flag football head coach or something like that. I saw it today. That's interesting. But yeah, Philadelphia Eagles, man, lose to the San Francisco 49ers in the wild card round. And that's what we're going to talk about with the Eagles today. Because, yeah, I mean, got bummed out, right? But let's talk about the Philadelphia 76ers, guys. Tonight they play the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cleveland Cavaliers. Obviously, we all know the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to probably score a lot of points. Last I checked, in the box score, the last time we played them, they scored 133 on the 76ers. The Sixers got absolutely bullied by the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think they're going to come out on a mission tonight. Maxi Pad is going to be... Oh, Maxi Pad, man. Tyrese Maxey, man. This guy's going to come out on a vengeance. He's going to come out. He's going to be on a killer asset, that killer instinct mode. I think a lot. I mean, you got so many good shooters. Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey. You got freaking Paul George who can shoot the ball well at times. You have Jared McCain. Freaking Quentin Grimes, freaking VJ Edgecombe, the rookie who has been a sensational rookie so far. VJ Edgecombe. This 76ers team, it gives me weird vibes. Certain games, they tune up. Certain games, they don't play up to expectations. You never know what you're going to get with them. And they're a very frustrating group because they have a lot of potential. I feel like at the trade deadline, they need to add they got to add a 4. Because Dominic Boyler, as good as he is, he can't really shoot. Jabari Walker, as good as he has been shooting the 3, I don't know how good he's going to consistently shoot the 3. And we're just overall consistent. I'm just worried about this group making the playoffs if they legitimately can actually make a run. And so I'm just hoping at the deadline, Daryl Morey can go out, get a nice power forward. Because even though Kelly Oubre's hurt, and I know that sucks not having Oubre, but Oubre, you never know what you're going to get out of him either. They need a power forward. They need somebody at the forward position. And, I mean, going out and getting like a Najee Marshall from Dallas or the Pelicans or something like that would be lovely. You just got to get a tall, fast, agile power forward. I think that is the thing. Adem Bona isn't good enough to shoot the ball to be a power forward. I think Andre Drummond It scares me when he shoots the ball because when he shoots that from deep, that 3 ball, I'm like, no, 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 don't shoot it. And then if he makes it, I'm like, oh, never mind, shoot, go ahead, you're fine. You're fine, Andre. This team is so frustrating, the 76ers. You never can really put your beat on them. Because one game they're out and out, the next game they come and they're on hot fire. I mean, PG 8 now, PG 8 is gonna have to step up. You can't be paying this guy basically Tobias Harris. You can't be having him a max contract role player. But at least he's a better defender than Tobias Harris, so that's a positive. Embiid looks like he finally is ramping up. He looks like he finally ramped up. He looks like he's finally back. 76ers, man. If they don't beat the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight, and especially it's in your house again, you can't just let the Cavaliers come into your house twice and just absolutely smack you around like a Barbie doll. Take the Barbie doll, go. You can't do that. You can't let them coming around like Barbie dolls coming in and smacking you around. I don't know what to say. I mean, I don't have much on the Sixers because, like, you know, playoffs is gonna really. I trade deadline and playoffs is really where I'm gonna start paying attention to the team a lot. But from what I've seen, they look like they're promising. Flyers, man. These Philadelphia Flyers. These Flyers, man. Every year I bite in that they're gonna make the wild card. Okay, they're gonna make the wild card. I said that last year. I said it in 23. I said it 22. They got Michkov. I thought definitely my sophomore year of high school. I definitely thought they're gonna make the playoffs. They had Michkov. They looked promising. No wild card. Every season they start out very, very hot because the cream of the crop of the teams are trying, but they're not going like hard like playoff mode. These teams are, you can tell that the teams are starting to switch the gears. It feels like the teams are starting to go into playoff mode. And the Flyers are going to know butts whooped. I mean, they got just absolutely spanked twice by Tampa Bay. And then I watched last night. It was embarrassing. They just got, your rival, the Pittsburgh Penguins, went up and down the ice and embarrassed you. Just straight embarrassed you. They were spanking you the whole night. You did nothing about it. Nothing about it, Flyers. Come on. This team is still too young to even considerably make the playoffs. This team is still too young, and I'm delusional for thinking that they're going to actually make the wild card this year. I mean, there's no chance. They're still fourth in the wild card race like that to make it out of the teams that can make it. They're still in the race. But if they don't tighten some things up and start winning some games and actually start beating some of these good teams and like actually right in the ship, on a 5-game losing streak now after getting absolutely humiliated by Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh's house. Frustrating. Flyers, man. I can't wait for the Phillies. I just cannot wait for the Philadelphia Phillies to come back. The Philadelphia Union to come back. I can't wait for the World Cup later this year. I can't wait. Can't wait for Inter Milan. I can't wait for FC Bayern Munich for them to get into their playoffs. Because, oh my gosh, bro. This is frustrating. Being a Philly sports fan is so frustrating, right? You know, the Mets signed Bo Bichette today. Frustrating. The Phillies were supposed to sign him. The Phillies were supposed to get Bo Bichette? Nah, bro. Nah. Signed with the New York Mets because the Mets gave him opt-outs and the Phillies could not get those opt-outs going. Signed with the New York Mets. And this is very a frustrating thing, right? It's one of those things where... and then they bring back JT Realmuto, right? It's one of those things that's frustrating because they go in and sign JT Realmuto to a 3-year, $45 million extension, bringing back JT. When are we going to just let JT Realmuto just go? Just let him go. It's so frustrating. Bringing back a 35-year-old catcher for 3 seasons. He's gonna be like 38 by the end of that contract. Are you flipping kidding me? By the time he's 38, he's gonna be at McDonald's flipping burgers. He's gonna be at McDonald's flipping burgers by the time he's 38. Like, are you kidding me? And then this Phillies team is frustrated. Dave Dombrowski sits on his butt all day and does nothing. Oh, and then when he finally hears Bo Bichette, he then gets interested. Dude, Dave Dombrowski is probably the worst GM in this city. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. He is probably the worst GM in Philadelphia right now. Like, I would rather have Howie Roseman over him. I'd rather have Daryl Morey over him. And Daryl Morey sucks. But Daryl Morey is better than Dave Dombrowski. Oh my gosh. And then the Flyers GM, at least he understands. Danny Briere understands this fan base. He understands how to fix the team. He's already in the process of that. The Phillies GM refuses to just rebuild. Frustrating. I can't take this Phillies team no more, bro. Just rebuild. Fire Dave Dombrowski and just rebuild. Just rebuild. Like, it's so frustrating. But oh, I got. God bless.